Hey guys, what's going on? Geekin Drinkin back. My name is Eddie.
Steven.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here enjoying some Alamo beers. We are real excited about our last episode, which is going to be focused only on our tour and our experience at Alamo Beer Company. We had the opportunity to go and speak, sit down, and conversate with the brewmaster of Alamo Beer, Greg. And great guy, awesome guy. It was so amazing there. I don't know how you guys. I loved it. The beers are amazing there. Myself, I had a couple of different ones. I enjoyed they have a horchata porter, which was to die for. I know you had that one. That was really delicious.
Yeah.
What did you have that?
I stuck with the Oktoberfest and the Transcentennial Ale, which is their celebration of San Antonio turning 300. So they released a what they call a Tricentennial Ale, and it was delicious. It was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, go check out that last episode. All beer, all Alamo.
In celebration of that, we're also enjoying Alamo beer for this episode as well. So we're enjoying some amber lager. Cheers, guys. Oh, tasty, tasty.
If you haven't done so already, check them out online. Check out their social media. Check out the brewery. Every Thursday they host an event. It's beer, bacon, and bingo. And we say that with excitement because we've been a couple. I know he's been to a lot of them and almost won every prize. But yeah, it's a free thing. All you do is pay for your beer.
Family friendly, pet friendly.
Take your dogs, take your kids, take your wives, take everybody.
There's no cash prizes, but you get to win, either one of their glasses with a free fill or a T-shirt, or myself have won 2 scarves. So.
I don't know why we need scarves in San Antonio. It's so damn hot here, but
I got them.
Yeah, so like I said, go check them out. Awesome brewery, even better beer. So
and, we would like to thank again Greg for giving us a tour, sitting down with us, and talking about him becoming the brewmaster for Alamo Beer. And we would also like to thank Eugene, who helped us get in connection with Greg and set up the whole interview for us as well. So both individuals are real awesome, nice gentlemen. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, go check them out. They're located here in San Antonio, Texas. So just check them out. They're real good.
Under the Hayes Bridge, so can't miss it. But yeah, and prior to that episode, we actually did a full Halloween themed episode where we discussed horror movies. We even dove deep into the Halloween franchise.
And the timeline itself.
Yeah, the timeline.
The mixed up
timeline. In celebration because Halloween has since then been released. Second highest grossing film of October this year. Highest grossing film with the female lead, a horror film with the female lead. So it's accomplished great things. And me and Matthew, we're lucky enough to go see it opening night, and we're gonna be giving our thoughts, about the movie. We're not gonna go to no spoilers. My brother has not seen it, so for those of you who haven't seen it, don't worry, we're not gonna go into spoiler territory. We are, in fact, going to have a little spoiler talk or just a full-on talk about Hill House a little later on in the show, so stick around for that. But first things first, Matt, what you think of Halloween?
I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty cool, fresh take on the franchise. It's not, I'm just going to say this, it's not going to be the first Halloween movie. It has humor, it dives deep into the motivation of why Michael Myers did what he did in the first movie, and from there, it is pretty straightforward, direct movie. The way it presents itself, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it was something that pretty much is gonna reinvent the Halloween franchise into maybe even sparking more sequels with the way they're doing it now.
Yeah.
And with this one, it completely eliminates every sequel after the first Halloween, which that was kind of one of my turnoffs, because I already thought they should have at least made Halloween 1 and 2 canon, since 2 pretty much started off right after the events of the first movie.
Yeah.
On the other side,
from the other episode, you guys, pretty much take that. I love Halloween. That's my favorite horror movie. And I saw it when I was younger. It scared me. Just the simple fact of seeing Michael Myers standing there and just watching you as the shape itself, really creeped me out for majority of my childhood. So when I went into this movie, I was super excited, and I was heartbrokenly disappointed with it. It's not a bad movie. Let me just start off by saying that it is not a bad movie. It just wasn't what I thought I was gonna get. It does have a lot of callbacks to the original Halloween. Right off the bat, John Carpenter came back, and did the score with his sons, which is, the score to the movie. The music is awesome. It still gives you that creepy chill in the back of your neck. But just the movie itself to me, felt rushed, and it's just your run-in-the-mill kind of horror movie, which I guess it's supposed just to be that, and it's nothing wrong with that. I just they
don't want to make it like how the other movies dived into it being supernatural.
Yeah,
cause why Michael is what he is. No, as I said, it does kind of explore that, but it explores his motivations instead of it being superly naturally caused.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis kills it in the movie. Her, the way she, just the way she is in the movie, and in the way her and Michael end up interacting, and their I guess their back and forward was awesome. Judy Greer was even better. I think she had one of the best scenes, best lines in the movie, which when it happened, everybody in the theater clapped. Which, by the way, I love watching horror movies in the theater because it's just a fun experience, and it was a fun experience. Mine is the guy sitting next to me who fell asleep and was snoring, which I was like, dude, come on, wake up. But like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. I highly recommend checking it out. It obviously did really good. It's making a lot of money. It's still I think second week that's been released. It's still number 1 in the box office. So that speaks speaks a lot.
Speaking of it, even though I haven't seen the movie, when it first came out, I was I was excited because the main focuses were that Jamie Lee Curtis was going to come out and reprise her role, and they were going to bring back the original actor who played Michael Myers in the 1978 version. So I didn't even know that Judy Greer was in the movie. So I didn't even know who else was in the movie other than those were the two main people that they were making like the huge deal about that were coming back. So
it's not so much spoilers, but I will say is that I wish they would have explored more with the family, as far as Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, and I forget the girl who played the granddaughter. Those three characters were three of the best characters, and I kind of wish they would explore more, rather than what they did in terms they kind of just introduced people that were going to get killed, and they did get killed, which to me it's just like, okay, and the kills were way more brutal than the original. The original you don't even see blood. This one you see blood, you see all kinds of things. So it's a good movie, but I was disappointed. I still love Halloween. It's my favorite movie, so
still love the character.
Still love the characters. Michael Myers still scares me, but yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is. Like I said, it's go check it out. check it out and let us.
I guess the humor also comes to that since Danny McBride was a producer or a writer or both?
He's a writer, co-writer.
Co-writer. So I guess that's where some of the humor came in.
Yeah, and then the guy who directed Pineapple Express was the one who directed this, David Gordon Green.
Mm.
You know, him and he co-wrote Pineapple Express. So they come from a comedy background, and there are some scenes in this movie that reflect that, and which kill. They're not like, oh, we're being funny in this scary movie. No, it works.
It's natural. It's like
yeah,
right, like it's
and,
a nice.
Yeah,
nice flow to it.
Nice settled tone to the scene before it starts to get
pretty much brutal.
Dark.
But yes, I mean, check it out. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let's talk about it. I want to hear everybody's thoughts about it.
And keeping with the horror genre, spookiness. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a show on Netflix called The Haunting of Hill House, which is an amazing show. We've all seen it. It's a 10-episode miniseries directed by Mike Flanagan, and if you aren't familiar with him, he directed a couple of Netflix movies. One called Hush. Actually, that girl who plays one of the actresses that comes out in Hill House. Yeah, she plays
out
the
in
actress
that
in
movie.
that one. And he said he did.
He also directed Gerard's Game, which is a Stephen King property.
Which an actress from that. The actress
Yes,
from that
yes.
one also came out in this show too.
And that one, I think that one is good. That one scared me. Steven doesn't want to watch it anymore.
I mean, it was altogether. It was a good. It's based off a Stephen King novel. It was a good movie, but there's just one part in that movie that just cringes me. I'm like, oh.
I've never seen
So
it. No.
if you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
It's
If you
good.
liked Hill House,
I looked at
you'll like this one. But
the synopsis of it, I was like, why are you saying it's crazy when it's this?
like it's not straight up horror, but there's some scary parts in it. I'm actually gonna try. I'm actually gonna think about watching it tonight now.
I might give it another go, but at a different time. But to get back, Hill House, Haunting on Hill House, was an amazing show, real good. The way some of the episodes were shot were just amazing as well. The story itself
hits you
hard. It is based off of a novel.
Yes, a novel that I forgot. It's an old novel. I forgot when it was released. But the thing is, the show does not. And by the way, before we get into the conversation, we want to just give a little disclaimer that this is going to be a conversation where we do potentially spoil some things that happen in the show.
So there's going to be some spoilers. So spoiler alert here. If you haven't seen the show,
starting
right now, turn this off and go watch the show.
And then come back
come back into the conversation. But if you want to stay in the conversation and you still haven't seen the show, hey,
don't go nowhere.
It's at your own risk. So, maybe this will spark an interest for you to actually go see the show. So,
see what we're talking about.
See what we're actually going to be conversating about. So
spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Maybe no one, but so the novel is a story about a group of people that actually, visit Hill House. I guess they hear it in urban legends or they hear it in stories, and they go visit Hill House, and that's when things start occurring. They start experiencing different supernatural, paranormal occurrences or whatever. And but this show does not follow that story.
That aspect of the
story. This show follows a family that actually lived in Hill House for a short time. The kids were younger and the parents were still young, and since then throughout their lives it's haunted them, and it's kind of
made them split up as a
split
family
up.
Because
It played a major role in how their lives turned out, and
eventually one of the older siblings, one of the brothers who was a writer in the show, he actually wrote a book about their experience in Hill House, which a lot of the other siblings didn't approve of it, didn't like it.
They kind of saw him as exploiting,
their experiences as him profiting off of it.
Which, in a sense, he kind of did.
He did,
and he even gave the opportunity to either back out of it or you know, for them
Collect
to
collect the royalties.
well, not only to collect royalties, but to redact some stuff from the novel that he was going to release, and they didn't. They're like, you know what, do what you want, but we're not gonna take. We don't approve it, but we're not gonna support it, and we're not gonna take your money.
And
so you could just like,
well,
dude, that was one of the twists was because I, you know, when Shirley's husband had a secret, and I was like, oh, what's going on with that? And it turns out he's the one that took the money. I'm like, oh, like that was like that show is first and foremost a family drama. Someone online described it as "This Is Us for horror," you know, which,
horror fans.
Yeah, you know, which I could see, you know, and it's an amazing family drama and has some horror elements to it, and the horror elements are some of the strongest I've seen in a Netflix show. I remember me and you were talking about throughout the show, very, very subtly, you could see just ghosts in the background. They're just standing there, you know, like they're just like not moving, standing there, and you know the woman that they're there,
just hauntingly looking at you.
Yeah,
like, and then not even like looking at the characters, but also like if they're looking at you, the viewer watching it. You know, it's just
and it's creepy, you know, and that attention to detail is something that I love about this show. One of the best episodes on the show was episode 6, where, you know, obviously after Nellie has, you know, killed herself, and, you know, all the family finds out, they gather up at Shelley's funeral home for the wake or something, and it's an episode that's shot, you know, that has multiple, you know, one take scenes, or, you know, just like the scenes were. So
like, have you ever seen Daredevil? Just to, you know, a little bit off topic here, but have you ever seen any of the Daredevil series? They one episode always has that one shot fight scene where everything's just in one shot,
continuous shot, no cuts, no edits,
just a continuous shot. Episode 6 of Hill House does this, but not just in one shot for the whole episode, but in
majority of the episode,
multiple one shots.
Yeah, like, I think it's like maybe like 4 or 5 like total shots.
Less than what you would do on a regular
episode.
Even for like a sitcom episode, you know, way less.
And that in itself is an amazing technical achievement for the, you know, the cast, crew, you know, everybody behind the scenes. You know, just to pull that off is amazing. And when you see it, you'll see it. If you've seen it, you know, hopefully you caught it. And it's, you know, and the cherry on top of that, episode ends, you know, so emotionally, and it got me crying. You know, I was just like, wow. You know,
a tear.
Yeah, it hits you really hard. That's the thing about the show. Like, I forgot what somebody described it, and I really wish I could remember their word for word, but they said horror is not about, you know, hurting someone. Horror is about you know, understanding, you know, how someone is hurting and relating to it. You know, that's horror. And I was like, oh, that's a great way of putting it. And
so deep.
Yeah, like, you know, it's you know, it's not about like, oh, you know, gore or stuff like that. You know, it's something deeper than that, and this show really explores that in so many ways. But there are also some pretty good scares in the show.
And I know there's even mixed reviews about the show itself. I mean,
for the most part, it's all positive, but
it's really good. Some of the jump scares are really good. There was one specific jump scare that at least me and Eddie did. I don't know how this one.
Oh, it scared me.
But I mean, I know I've read I've read a few reviews that, you know, oh, this is so scary, I couldn't even sleep at night, or you know, I don't know about that. There was even I've actually read reviews. Some people there was actually reviews.
Yeah, but
no, that's what I'm saying. There's like some reviews that are like that oh, this is too scary. And, you know, that made even people vomit, I guess, because of that one shot episode. I don't know, but
that would probably see.
But like Matthew said, there's also a very, very high volume of positive reviews about this. That people that are just like, yes, this is an amazing show. This is like something we haven't seen in a long time.
I feel like
maybe something that you haven't even seen since the first season of American Horror Story. Because after the first season of American Horror Story, from there it just kind of went doo doo, I guess. But
We're too sexual.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, just way like, okay, what's going on here? But
I love this. I would love to see that under American Horror Story. Like how they do like critics reviews under. I like to see Steven Simon go. It just went doo doo. But I mean, how did you guys hear about the show? I mean, because we all have Netflix, and I saw a trailer to it on YouTube one day. And I was like, oh, okay, and me and Matthew had talked about it, and it at first we thought it was just a remake,
like a remake of an old movie.
The House on Haunting Hill or something.
The House of Haunted Hill was like an asylum.
Yeah.
That was turned into a house, something like that.
So that's what I initially thought of what it was, and I was like, I read the title, I was like, Hill House. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, this is something different. Okay. It wasn't until it actually came out, it dropped on Netflix, and then that weekend I started seeing reviews, and especially from IGN, they were on their social media just praising the show. I was like, oh wow, I mean, let me check it out, let me see how it is. And on Sunday night I started watching it. Tuesday finished it. It was that good. Once I started watching it, I couldn't stop.
Yeah, it took me about 2.5 days to finish watching it.
It's one of those shows that grabs you, and it just it doesn't let you go. And I mean, it hits you on so many levels. I mean, they're scary. Family drama. One of the things that was scary to me, and like I really how they incorporated it, was episode, I believe, 3 with Theo, and where she touches someone and she can feel it. That smiley thing. Remember with the kid? That was like, wow, I was like that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Smiley.
Mr. Smiley, and I was just like, and she even sees him too. Remember, she sees him at his bed. And I was like, that's scary. I was like, oh,
yeah.
that looks scary. And then when they finally revealed what it was, I was like, oh man, like, that's
brutal.
It's kind of
not like brutal, like
like gory, but just like emotionally brutal. It hits you. I can't praise it enough how much it hits you on so many levels.
A lot of these episodes, they dive in deeper, and once of course you're gonna get confused with the first episode. Like, what's going on? Why is all this happening? Why are they're all separated like that? But once you go through the series, it pretty much tells you everyone's story, and then episode 6 is where they're all finally together, and then it's just that beautiful episode shot by with the one shots, the acting and the story in the episodes. And
for me, when I first heard about the show, obviously like you said, we all have Netflix. Was a Netflix notification I got on my email saying about this new show coming out, and it had the trailer on there. So of course I watched it, and I was like, oh yeah, that definitely gonna watch this. And it was like maybe saw the trailer 2.5 weeks before the show came out, and then I kind of forgot about it until you brought it back up. Like, oh, you gotta watch the show; it's really good. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, there's that show, and we should watch it.
I kept bugging you about it. I was like, watch this show; it's so good. The one jump scare that we were talking about takes place in episode 9, I believe, and it's focused on Theo and Shirley, the two oldest sisters, having an argument, and it wasn't just a scare because they're having an argument, and the show is focused on them arguing so much to the point.
Well, the scene.
Yeah, the scene. The scene. It's so focused on them.
You're trying to like hear like what they're arguing about and trying to pay attention
to
it.
Into it.
There's no nothing subtle in the scene that gets you prepared for what's about to happen. Like no music, no shadow in the background. Like oh dude, there's something in the background. Like, nothing.
They're just driving, talking
straight up,
and talking about what they're going through.
Or
they're arguing about like
disagreement that they had or something that happened between them.
I think she found out like Theo told her like I took the money.
No, it wasn't that. It was about the.
And then,
it was about
her husband.
Shirley saw her. What looked like she was trying to kiss her husband.
Mm-hmm. And she was explaining to him, and she was also explaining the way she, her ability, the way she touches people, and how she touched their dead sister's body.
That's
and
the
she
thing.
felt,
Yeah.
So they're having this argument, and right here, side by side, sitting in one of the sisters' car, driving.
Intense argument.
Real intense, and then just boom,
you see just the younger sister just yelling at him, and I think it's like that scared me. That itself scared me to the point where
it's like they're experiencing the houses everywhere with them.
It's
stuck with them.
Well, the thing is, like that. I like that scene, and the reason I love it so much, not because of the scare. The scare was great. It's the scene afterwards, and where she's explaining
like what's happening
and what she felt, and just thinking about that, like I'm kind of getting choked up thinking about it because like she's like I just felt darkness and like it's so powerful. When I saw it, I was just like crying. I was like, man, this is
intense,
and it's like so deep, and like I said, like just thinking about it, like I'm getting choked up about it, but it's a great scene. The actors are great. And I love how the adult actors resemble the kids so much. Like Shirley should look just like the older one. Like you're convinced that that's the actual younger self of that actor. Like it's just the kids and the whole everybody in that show is so good.
And yeah, I guess you can say that, but maybe not so much for the Melrose, in my opinion.
One person that we didn't talk about is Luke.
Yeah,
Luke. He has also heartbreaking story. After he experienced at the house, he eventually grew up, became a drug addict, and he's been in and out of rehab. He's been stealing from the family. He's been like just freeloading off them, and they're just tired of it all.
The one that broke me real bad was when because Luke and what was the other sibling? Nellie are twins.
A twin thing.
So you throughout the episode you hear it's a twin thing, but they're twins in the show. And one of the episodes was when Luke had Nellie come pick him up to take him to rehab, but before going he needed to get one more
fix. He made her
go buy it for him.
And he even shoots up right there in the car too.
Yeah, and
then at that she's looking, and then she sees what she's been seeing her whole life.
But just the fact that he made her do that. She didn't want to. She was heartbroken about it. Kind of just breaks your heart altogether too.
Yeah. I was trying to think about this scene. I always think about a joke I made to Roxy when we were watching it. Because he like she goes and she gets out of the car and she goes up to the drug dealer, and I can just imagine her saying, "Can I have one heroin?" Like, every time I think about that, like it makes me laugh. But yeah, like there are so many scenes in this so many episodes, so many moments in this show that resemble that. Just like it's just like wow, like this family is dealing with a lot, just in among themselves, on top of what they deal with at Hill House, and
one thing that evolved around them is that red door.
Yeah, red door, red room. And it was funny because like I loved how that red room was different rooms. It was the tree house, it was the dance little studio, the game room, the reading room. Mm-hmm. And if you notice, that window is the same, is there in each room.
I didn't notice it until they actually
explained what it was.
Explained that.
I was all like, wow, like that blew my mind. Like some people have little issues with the ending, which I could see why, but I, for one, like the way it ended. There has been some, speculation, if we're gonna get, or if we even need a second season to this series. Personally, with the family, their story, I think a second season is not necessary.
It resolved everything the last episode.
Exactly. But going back to the book, some people are saying, what if season 2 follows what the book was about and follows a group of kids or a group of people going to Hill House and them experiencing
after
stuff.
the events of the family.
Yeah.
And like hey, that's how it should have ended. With like the group of people walking up to the house.
So I mean, there are ideas there.
That was a possible way.
Yeah, like there are ideas there to have a second season. If we don't get one, I'm totally fine with it. I won't be upset.
It was good as is. So this family, the Dudleys, they're the caretakers of the house. They maintain the house, for the family and for past families that have been there. They don't they live off the property. They they don't stay after
after supper.
Yeah,
like
after dark, like whenever it starts getting dark.
7 o'clock.
And so again, like what I mentioned just a little while ago, that so the kids are seeing things, because the house is haunted. And I the whole way I thought that the one kid that the little boy Luke
was seeing
was like, which is an imaginary friend, because they kept telling him, oh, we've had imaginary friends, blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah, and to find out that it
ended up being a real
wasn't.
girl.
It was a real girl.
And yeah, I think that was the episode with the mom.
Yeah,
Right?
the mom and
So focusing on what the mom did like
For the dad to
like say, you know what, we're leaving. I'm getting you out of
to
here.
try to get his family out of there.
she killed the little girl. Like like that was
She was
wow.
she was gonna kill her sibling, her
Like,
son and daughter too.
for
But
me
the
that
little
was
girl
hard
was
to
the
watch.
only
That
one.
was so hard to watch her drinking that and just.
I remember I looked away and then I was paying attention to something else. When I looked at and she just choking, I was like, what's going on? And she just dies.
But
The heartbroken part about it was in the next episode, where it actually showed the aftermath of everything that happened from that night. That was in question, where dad, where they questioned the dad, like, what happened to your wife? Why is your family? This doesn't look good for you.
Yeah.
For that family, the Dudleys, the caretakers, to find out what happened to the little girl, and for them to beg him not to,
Like, don't
Not
say
to-
anything.
not
to say anything, and not to tear down the house.
Because
Don't sell it.
don't
Don't let anyone
yeah
near
like
his house.
people who die in that house, in a sense stay in that house.
Like-
Like the little girl died, so she's always gonna be that little girl in the house. And the heartbreaking thing about that was at the very last episode, when the show's ending, they show the husband and wife, and he's carrying his wife all the way through the woods to die in the house, and I was like, that made me cry. I was like, oh
to
god.
die in the house so that she can be with their kids, because she also had a miscarriage in the house.
Oh yeah, she was holding the kid too.
So
right?
that's why she's holding in the episode a baby. And again, spoilers. We mentioned this at the beginning of this conversation. So if you don't like what we're talking about, again, turn this off. Go watch the show.
If you're already this far deep, then it's too late.
Yeah, if you're this far deep in, it's too late for you. But I suggest you still watch the show. I think you'll still.
I think it'll still hit you
you'll
more.
still enjoy it. It'll still hit you, and just it was just an amazing show.
Even
Just think about it, it's like I'm starting to cry. Like,
Even the father sacrificing himself.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like, because he wanted to be
See,
with
that
his
part
wife.
I didn't get.
Because the thing is, like, they don't show him die on camera. Like, he.
But you obviously see him,
I know he was talking to the wife.
and she was talking about she doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
And like he made a promise to her.
And I guess now that the family was good, that he can actually let the family go off on their own. Because that was his biggest fear was not being able to protect them from the house. And now that they knew everything that happened and everything that was going on, he felt like, okay, they're safe now. So I guess but again, doesn't show when he.
Yeah, like you don't know. You
When he
don't
actually
know if
died.
he killed himself, if he died
But
of a heart attack or what.
The older son did see the body though, right?
Yeah.
Because that's at the end.
No, because like the one thing, because
because at the end
the
he-
youngest siblings, they didn't know anything. Like the father and the son were there outside
Yeah,
the
yeah,
house,
all
and his
the-
son was like, me and
Yeah, he's like, me and him got-
Steve have
got some-
me and Steve
Yeah,
have something
but
else to do.
that's when he takes him back through it, and that's when it shows him.
That's when it shows Steve and
shows
the father,
the older son, and the dad carrying Luke out from the room, and then it shows the son sees a body, and he sees his dad's body, but he's like, wait, but my dad's over here, and that's why
was he dead the whole time?
That's why the dad told him.
It's like we got something else, some other things to take care of.
No, he tells him you didn't mention it to him.
No, because when they
No,
said
he said
no, at the end when they're out the house, they're taking Luke to the hospital.
Yes.
The dad was like, "Are you guys gonna come?" And
Yes.
Steve and the father are like, "No, we got
Yes,
other
we
things
got
to take
other
care
things
of."
to take care
and then
of.
that's when
And
he
then-
told Luke,
and
like, I'm stuck here.
No,
like, I'm dead.
he didn't.
Yes, he did. You gotta
Watch it again,
You gotta
sir.
watch it again.
You watch it again, because I guarantee you that he tells Steve, you didn't tell them.
Yeah, that.
You didn't
but-
tell him because he knew that what he saw. So he was just kind of taking him back through the events of what he saw.
Maybe, but
You see?
Family drama going over here. Geekin Drinkin.
Oh god, they have their own house. Yeah, somehow, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, that last scene is debatable. I said they don't really show if Dad die. You don't know when he dies. It's just watch it. Let us know what you think. Are you on Matthew's side? Or you on Steven's side? I think I'm glad that this show came out. Because it's
especially in this time, like not like this year, but
during the time when all these cancellations are going on.
No, but that too. What I'm trying to say is during this season, the Halloween season.
Oh, okay, yeah. Especially that, it's spooky month, spooky time to watch, spooky things. But I mean, it's just because I don't know, like just watching that show. I mean, and granted, some people are thinking it's just a show, calm down. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's just like, I love this kind of stuff, and I know we love this kind of thing, so that's why we,
which is why we geek out about this.
Yeah, exactly. The passion you see here, that's like it's surreal, and I like when good things come out to where we could all have a discussion about it, and it's just something that I really like that it came out, like I don't know how to say it.
It was good. I suggest you go watch it. If you watch it and you enjoy it and you're a fan of the what the director did with the show, I also suggest that you watch his other movies that are also on Netflix, Gerard's Game and Hush. Not really a big fan of Hush. Gerard's Game was pretty good. It's a little creepy, but
I wasn't.
That's me, but someone else might enjoy those.
I mean, I heard good things about Hush, and I haven't seen it. I saw the trailer too, and I was like, okay,
it'll piss you off.
I mean, I was like, okay. I mean, it looked like, I don't know, just the thought of it was scarier than what the trailer came across as. But I mean, this director too is actually gonna be directing this movie called Dr. Sleep, starring Ewan McGregor, who's gonna be playing Danny Torrance, because Dr. Sleep is gonna be a sequel to The Shining. Oh, what, a sequel? What, we need a sequel? Who cares? We're getting
happening.
It's happening. Mike Flanagan is a great director. He did this show, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. With this new movie, because I love The Shining, and it's Stephen King property, so we can only tell. Time will tell. Once we get it, we'll see how it is. But
we'd like to thank you, for, checking in with us, listening to what we have to say. Again, visit our social pages, leave us comments, leave us questions. We'll answer them. We'll even feature them in the next episode. We appreciate all the support that we can get from you guys. They can visit our social pages at...
we're all on Facebook, facebook.com/Geekin Drinkin podcast. We are on Instagram at Geekin_Drinkin, and also at Twitter at Geekin_Drinkin, both of them the same. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is just Geekin Drinkin. The links are in the description, so check that out.
Or even give us suggestions on some beers you think that we should try. Whether it be from breweries that we featured on here, or other ones that we can try to see we can feature on our show as well.
So leave a like, share the video, comment, all that stuff. You could also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you'll find us. Same thing. Just leave us a review, leave us, rate it. It really helps out the show a lot when you do that. It really helps us out a lot. Not only, it gives us criticism, good or bad, but it just helps us out in general. So please, do all that stuff. Spread the word. We want to, we want everybody to know about the show. And thank you again to Greg and Eugene over at Alamo Beer Company.
And everyone at Alamo Beer Company.
Yes, thank you so much for that.
For inviting us, and for being really, really awesome host. We had an amazing time there. for all the delicious beer.
Mm-hmm.
Just thank you to everyone. So, Steven?
Eddie, come back.
Cheers, guys.